Hello, world. Welcome back to Golf Subpar. Colt, Knost, Drew Stoltz coming at you. So, ladies, we got a new world number one. Scotty Scheffler put on an absolute clinic at the Dell Match Play. He's won 3 of his last 6 starts. No big deal.
I guess if that's good. Yeah, we went into the week. I didn't even know that was on the radar for Scotty Scheffler to possibly be world number one. You hear about Colin Morikawa. It's been a few weeks in a row where it's like, hey, if Colin wins this week, he moves into world number one. I didn't even know that was in the cards for Scotty Scheffler. And it feels like, it's just a few weeks ago. It feels like we're talking about when's Scotty going to get it done. He was a 0-time winner on the PGA Tour, and bam, you fast forward 5 events. He's won 3 out of 5. All of a sudden, he's world number one. And I don't pretend to know how this algorithm works in terms of world golf number one. But as of today, right now, Scotty Scheffler is 100% playing the best golf in the world. But when you scale it back like 2 years, if you said, all right, going back 2 years, who's the best player in the world? I don't know that it'd be Scotty Scheffler, but he's going to be up there. I think this thing could bounce around a little bit, going forward. There's so many good guys up there, but right now it's hard to argue against.
I think it's going to bounce around a lot. Listen, I'm pumped for Scotty Scheffler. I've known him since he was 7 years old. But if you look at the top 10 in the world, I think it's just going to keep on shuffling, and we're gonna see a new world number one probably like once a month the way it's going, unless Scotty Scheffler keeps picking off 3 out of 5.
You got a pretty nice lead in that FedEx Cup right now. Somebody's going to need to win some golf tournaments, but there's just so many good guys. Like, we went through the names. Like, all right, could Xander Schauffele get hot and win a couple, quickly? Yep, he could probably get to world number one. Colin Morikawa's right there. John Rahm's going to win. He's going to get back in there too. Just a lot of youth up there right now. But with Scotty Scheffler, what he's done, you look at his 3 wins, like, we all knew how talented he was. It feels like that Ryder Cup was the shot of confidence that he needed, beating John Rahm in the singles out there in the biggest stage possible. Gave him a little bit of juice, but look at the golf courses he's won on. 3 totally different types of golf courses. You got TPC Scottsdale. It was firm and bouncy out there. Had to hit it high. We liked him that week. But then you go to Bay Hill, very tough golf course. Felt like a U.S. Open type of place. Grind it out. He did it there. And then the match play, anything can happen. You run into a guy that's got a hot hand one day. You're out of that thing. He's done it in 3 totally different styles of golf courses and styles of play, but the same thing remains. When he gets a chance, when he gets in the hunt, he just doesn't give holes away. He makes other people go beat him, and he doesn't beat himself like you see with a lot of guys that get in crunch time on Sunday.
Yeah, other than the Players' Championship, he has won against the best fields in golf as of late. I told this on our SiriusXM radio show. This kid has always been a winner. That's what he is. He won 90 events as a junior back home in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, and all he's ever done is won. Every level you go to, whether it's junior golf, U.S. Junior Amateur, to amateur golf, college golf, Korn Ferry Tour, PGA Tour, he wins. He knows how to win. So that's why it's not one bit of a surprise to me that when he does get in contention, he tends to finish it off.
Yeah, you can only win at the level you're playing at, whether it's junior golf, amateur golf, college golf, pro, whatever. And there's an art to it, and you learn how to do it. The more times you're in the hunt, when you pick off 90 in junior golf, granted, he ain't playing against the best in the world, but you learn to win. I think it just shows up the times that we've seen him. He's not the guy beating himself. If he misses a shot, he misses it in the right spot, gives himself some green to work with, gets up and down. He's not making the costly bogeys down the stretch. He makes guys come and get him, and obviously he still has offense to go along with it. He's holds some big putts. I thought his short game this week, as good as he hit it, I thought his short game maybe not get enough credit because we just honestly don't have to see it a ton because he hits it so well. But I thought he had some great up and downs. He had that beautiful hole out to close the match out in one of his matches. And the one time that match started to look like, okay, things could turn, the 12th hole where he ended up, right, had that little tricky chip for his third after Kisner was in there 8 feet for birdie and he dumped it in the bunker. He goes and just hoops that thing, and that's when I was like, okay, this is just probably his week.
Yeah, he's a special kid, no doubt about it. That moment with his family afterwards was so awesome to see. Knowing him as long as I have, that was I when he teared up a little bit in his interview, I shed a few tears, I'll be honest. To see this kid go from 7 years old at Royal Oaks Country Club, grinding on the range, following all the tour players around to being number 1 in the world. So cool, man. I'm pumped for him. Can't wait to get him on the show one day. But look out.
He's peaking at the right time. I'll tell you that. If you're going to pick a time to peak the week before Augusta, probably a good time. We were just going through the odds earlier today. Crazy to think he's now world number 1, and he's 8th in terms of betting favorites going into Augusta. I don't know what it is, but I'd be interested to see the last time a world number 1 going into the first major of the year was 8th in the betting. There's still a lot of guys that at least Vegas likes ahead of him. But shit, if you're looking at it right now, who would you? Rahm, JT. After that, I'd probably put Scotty.
Why would he not be at the top right now? He's playing better than anyone, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he would say you need experience around Augusta, but he's got 5 top 10s in major championships in his short career, coming off 3 consecutive. He's already played well in majors. He just hadn't won, but he's playing far and away better right now than he was at any point during those top 10s that he's had in the majors.
Yeah, he finished 19th his first year at the Masters, 18th the second year. But he's not scared of the moment. I would not be one bit surprised if he goes out there and plays really, really well. I'm with you. I'm surprised he's the 8th betting favorite considering the form he's in right now. But that's going to be fun to watch, as is potentially the big cat, Tiger Woods, who is still on the field list. Video came out, him walking, playing, Joe LaCava down there carrying the bag. Haven't heard anything from him yet, but do you think we're going to see him go down Magnolia Lane?
Is this my official statement?
Actually tee it up, not just be there for the championship.
Is this my official statement?
Yes.
I'm saying yes, Tiger Woods plays in the Masters. Look, the video surfaced, it quickly got scrubbed from the internet, so somebody with some influence and some power, get that thing off of there. I don't think his caddy's flying down to South Florida and they're going out walking around medalists with there's only one thing in mind for the reason that they're doing that. That's to get ready for Augusta National. His name's still on the website. He still has time to pull out, but I just got to think there's a lot of silence around this thing, and Tiger's a guy that likes to kind of keep it quiet. Last time we heard from him, he's got a long way to go and all that, but I got to think just deep down, if he's going to give anything a go, it's going to be Augusta National. And I know walking around it is the question. Let's not forget the dude won a U.S. Open with a torn ACL and a broken leg or whatever the hell he had. He can hoof it around in some pain for a little bit, and he can shut it down till St. Andrews after that if he wants. I think he goes. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's going to play it from what we're seeing right now. If not, this would be the worst tease ever.
Ugh.
I mean, just considering that we're going to be there all week at Augusta National and the Masters, I would be very, very upset if he ends up pulling out this late. I just think we're too close to it now. I think if he knew he wasn't going to play, he would already let us know.
I don't think it's let's see how it goes for the next 5 days. It's you either know, I can probably walk around that place, or I can't. And the fact that he's out there walking around medalists and he's still on the website, it doesn't mean he is, but I feel a lot more confident than I did a few weeks ago. That's for sure. We're going to be there.
We are Tuesday, April 5th. It's a big day, Sleaze.
That's right. Tickets for our clubhouse event in Augusta, Georgia are available on Golf.com now. We're going to be at the Savannah Brewing Company on Tuesday, April 5th for a little live show, VIP meet and greet as well. Get your tickets now on Golf.com. Stay tuned for more details and announcements on our social in the coming days. It's going to be a time, little live show, little booze, Savannah Brewing, you know what I mean?
Sounds
checking all the
a lot
boxes.
like what we did at the Ryder Cup.
Correct.
Hopefully, better. We got some new merch that just got released. This hat right here, the Birdie Juice, white and green. They're available now at the Golf.com Pro Shop. Go check those out. We got some cool new T-shirts, special Augusta Birdie Juice.
Yes.
Got a little caddy bib on.
Mm-hmm. That's right. The official, unofficial logo of that week.
But I can't wait to see everybody Tuesday, April 5th. Going to be a lot of fun. And I cannot believe we're just a week away from the Masters and possibly Tiger Woods teeing it up.
I don't give a shit if he goes out there and shoots 85. He just puts a peg in the ground on Thursday. No one cares. No one's going to be like, disappointing showing for Tiger this week. It's just you rewind a year plus ago and we didn't know if he was keeping his leg or not. The fact that we're even talking about him possibly teeing it up at Augusta is sweet. And I know every single dude in that field, all the TV people would love to see Mr. Woods stroll out there on Thursday morning. I think he's going to do it, dude.
All right. Well, don't forget, Tuesday, April 5th, Savannah Brewing Company. It's going to be a time. And our guest this week, Sleaze, is a guy, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's going to tee it up at Augusta National and the Masters one day. We switched gears here a little bit. We went our youngest guest of all time. He's an up-and-coming superstar at Arizona State, played a couple PGA Tour events already, a couple U.S. Opens. Preston Summerhays.
It was hard for me to ask him the question about Tiger Woods winning in 97, which is the moment for all guys our age. That's when golf became cool. That's when golf changed. You know what I mean? You saw every guy that's our age right now, you ask them the moment, boom, that's it, 97 Masters. He was years away from being born at that time. Tiger, to him, is like Jack is to us. We hear all the stories and we've seen the clips and stuff, but you don't ever remember watching it live and knowing what was going on and watching him dominate. It's weird. Makes me feel like shit, honestly.
And, I mean, what a stable the Summerhays have over there.
Oh
they live four houses down from me. Just unbelievable. Boyd, obviously, the great coach he is for Tony Finau. And he's got 3 kids that are just absolutely superstars. One being Grace Summerhays, who went to college early just to get going. She's going to be dominating the LPGA Tour at one point. But they have a great sibling rivalry, and it's really, really cool to talk to him and hear what it's all about.
Yeah, dude, this kid's up and coming. If you don't know the name now, get to know it because it's just you're a few years away from seeing this kid regularly. All
right, before we get to Preston Summerhays, we are proud to announce that Dewar's is the presenting sponsor of Subpar and the official Scotch whiskey of the 122nd U.S. Open at the Country Club in Brookline, Massachusetts. Discover Dewar's remarkable lineup of Scotch whiskeys, most notably their 12, 15, and 19-year-old limited champions edition developed in partnership with the USGA. Dewar's is the perfect after-round indulgence, extraordinarily smooth yet complex. Enjoy Dewar's double-aged Scott whiskeys any way you like, be it neat, on the rocks, in a whiskey highball, in a twist, or a classic old-fashioned. Sleaze, I think we tried all of those at the member guest this weekend at Washington.
No stone was left unturned, bud. Tell you that.
The Dewar's was flowing.
Tasted a little bit of everything.
All right, it's the perfect after-round drink. Maybe even in the morning to cure a little hangover, a little hair of the dog, you know?
Never hurts.
All right, well, here he is. Let's get to Preston Summerhays on Golf Subpar.
All right, well, I believe this is a first for us here on Subpar. The man with us today is not legally old enough to get amongst it. It's
true.
It's our first time there, but he's got a hell of a resume already. He's the U.S. Junior champ. He's the Son of Hannah champ, East Lake Cup champ. He's only 19, freshman at ASU. Preston Summerhays, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Good to have you, bro.
A lot of our guests act like they aren't old enough to get amongst it, but he's the only one that actually is.
Probably are responsible enough to actually do it.
Yeah.
Better than a lot of our guys.
But P, how we doing? How's college life treating you?
Doing great. It's been an amazing experience so far. It's been really fun.
It's got to be some rough views down there in Tempe at Arizona State, huh?
Yeah, it's brutal. Other than that, though, academics are good.
Yeah, they're pretty good down there.
A lot of kids I know go to college freshman year, gain the freshman 15. You look like you've lost the freshman 15. You tightened up a lot, huh?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Look great.
Thank you. Took eating and working out really seriously lately.
Sounds terrible.
Once you get out of college, you can go back to having fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Seriously, how much weight you lost, though?
I got up to 230, and now I'm
You were at 230 at
yeah,
one
I was
point?
at 230.
No unit.
Yeah.
Moving it.
Now I'm at like 185.
Holy
Yeah.
Real quick, how
Cow.
much is that?
45.
45, good job.
Oh,
okay.
wow. Don't
TC,
check
just
that,
making
dude.
sure.
I'm part-time caddy.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the early days, which was just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean,
start from
I'm
the
pretty
beginning.
sure I saw a video on your Instagram, which you have 3 posts.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Huge following.
Yeah.
Love that.
A lot of content, but there was one of you and your dad, I think, and I mean, it looked like you were literally a year old swinging a golf club.
Yeah,
So started from right out the gate.
for sure. Yeah, right out the gate.
But he made you play he made you play other sports before he said you could just exclusively be golf, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play my first tournament until I was like 10 years old.
Damn,
What was his thought behind
amazing
that?
that you made it this far.
His thought was basically he wanted me to try everything, just get well-rounded and make sure that I really love the game before like fully committing into it. So I did everything. I played baseball, soccer, karate, just kind of tried everything. And then, once I turned 10, I focused fully on golf.
Did you quit everything else once you got?
Yeah,
10 years?
I did.
Okay,
No
so
more karate?
before then, second best sport,
Baseball.
baseball.
Yeah.
Pitcher? Were you even pitching
I-
at that age, or is that still like machines?
No, I was shortstop.
Okay.
Actually, we kind of just
you're long.
mixed up the positions. I mean, I was like,
Yeah, you're 8.
yeah,
So playing
yeah,
tag
just
and
kind of just switch up everything. But
then
yeah,
at 10, it was all systems go.
yeah, it was.
Do you remember your first tournament
I do.
and how'd it go?
I think I won a blue ribbon for 5th.
For 5th?
Yeah,
That's right. Blue ribbon, though.
Yeah,
We're
blue
giving
ribbon.
away blues for 5th.
Yeah.
Just to make us feel, Colt and I feel really shitty about ourselves as we start off here. You weren't even close to being born yet when Tiger won the 97 Masters, which for like our generation is like, that was it. That's the moment everyone looks at, like, why we got into golf, most memorable. Give me your first, like, watching on TV, big moment in golf that you remember.
Gosh, I remember Rory making the putt at what's the major? He made like the 60-footer on the last hole to win one of his majors.
He did?
Yeah,
God.
he made
early,
one
like
long.
Kiowa, but he
He
ran
made
away.
one long putt. But it was I just remember it.
Congressional.
Congressionally run in a
The Open
landslide.
Championship. I don't remember what that was. And he won the
What did he
PGA
make a
Valhalla
bomb?
with the 2-putt.
I just
Did he make a
remember
bomb at Quail?
watching Rory win one of
No,
his majors.
that was at Quail
Quail.
Hollow, but that was a regular PGA Tour event.
Okay.
He made like a
Okay.
60-footer to shoot 61 last day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rory,
Rory,
6
that's
years
cool.
ago.
I was probably in the field.
I thought he was
Awesome.
going to say the 2019 Masters, the Tigers come back. That's the one.
Yeah.
But that's it's just shocking to think. Like, I mean, like I said, Colt and I, our generation, every dude, that's the moment. That's when golf became cool.
But even
And
at 19
now
years
you're
old,
the product of that.
is Tiger like still the guy for you? Like over the last 10 years or so?
Rory.
Rory is?
Yeah, Rory's
So you'd
the
get
guy.
more starstruck. I'm sure you've met both of them by now. But would you say you were more starstruck meeting Rory or Tiger?
Tiger for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I got
Thank God. At least you're.
Yeah.
It'd be like meeting Nicholas for us. Like
Yeah.
that's probably the equivalent.
Yeah, but I got to meet Tiger at the 2019 President's Cup.
Yeah.
I was so nervous to meet him.
Yeah.
Like literally so nervous. Like my dad was like, "Hey, Preston, come over here, meet Tiger." I'm like literally shaking.
Hi, Tiger. I gotta go.
Hey, bud.
See you later.
I just peed.
Yeah.
What's your biggest like Tiger golf memory then?
Meeting him.
That's
sure.
On the golf course.
On
you
the
ever
golf course?
like watching him do anything? Because we have 50 of them.
Well, he won the Masters.
Yeah, I
that
mean the
April.
Masters for
Okay,
sure.
yeah, that would be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it. Just
That's
a couple
so
years
sick,
ago.
though.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
At
Well,
what age?
I hate myself.
At what age did you know like you were really good at this game?
I think I was like 12 or 13.
Oh, so after you started playing tournaments, I figured you like
Yeah.
7. You were like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do.
Well, I mean, I went up to, we always go up to Utah for the summers, and I think when I was in like that 12, 13-year-old division, just for that entire summer of playing tournaments, I won a lot of tournaments. I was like, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
But you hang around your dad and Daniel and Tony, and it's like, I mean, you're seeing the top level. You're like, by comparison, you're like, you know, you probably don't realize how good you are for your own age when you're around all that caliber.
For sure. No, it definitely gives me something to chase, which I think is great.
And I think that's, I mean, obviously not everyone has the opportunity to do that. Like me growing up when I was in Dallas in college, I got to hang around Justin Leonard, Harrison Frazier, and guys like that. And it pushes you when you're around those guys. When you're not the best, you got something to chase for, like you just said. And I think that's a huge thing. Like always surround yourself with people that are better than you.
Definitely. No, that's a big reason why, I mean, my career has gone the way it is, just because I feel like my entire career I've been playing against players that are better than me. I mean, even when I was super young, I was still playing against like high schoolers, and I mean, obviously they're going to beat me because of like the size and the distance. So just always having someone to chase and not being the best in your group, it definitely kept me hungry and making me get better.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Tournaments were like the easy part for you. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm playing, these guys stink compared to who I play against.
Yeah. Everyone knows. I mean, your dad works with Tony Finau, among other players, but him and Tony are really, really close. At what age did you first start hanging around Tony?
Gosh, I think it was like when I was 11 or 12. Mm-hmm. I think that's how long they've been working together. But yes, since pretty young.
Isn't it crazy? I mean, you knew him so back then, 7, 8 years ago. I mean, he was still up and coming then,
for sure,
before he arrived. I mean, how crazy is it to see where he's at now?
It's amazing. I mean, it's really cool, especially because like they started working on the Korn Ferry Tour. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I was around him when he wasn't even on the tour yet, and then just to kind of be around him through his progression to get on the PGA Tour, and now one of the best players on the tour. It's really, really cool.
And to have a mentor like him, not to get all corny or whatever, but to have a guy like you knew him before he was Tony, now that everybody knows him, you know, all that. Like you couldn't pick a better dude in terms of like he stayed the same. From when I met him in the Jicky Jackson, we were playing, like he was always one of the best dudes, and he still is that, and now he's world class.
Yeah, he goes to different airports now.
He flies differently. Eats better,
that
maybe.
Is different. That is different. But yeah, I mean, he's the same guy he was 10 years ago. Still an awesome dude, and I mean, yeah, he's great.
Yeah, good mentor.
That's one of the cool things to hear that about guys that become superstars.
Yeah,
you know how they don't change at all.
Yeah.
What is
great.
One of the biggest things you think you've learned from Tony?
I mean, because I've started playing with him when I was young, I mean, obviously as like 11, 12, 13-year-old, my attitude and demeanor wasn't that good. And I feel like Tony, his entire life, he carries himself with a lot of confidence and a lot of swagger. And even when like the going gets tough or he hits bad shots, he still carries himself in a way that is like super confident and doesn't show any negative emotion. So to see that at such a young age, especially for me when I'm freaking 12 years old, hitting bad shots and getting disappointed or sad, to see a top player in the game not get mad after hitting a bad shot, I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned from him.
And you've added some pop off the tee. I don't know if it was your dad or whoever posted it. I think I saw you. Is this right? I saw you get up to like 189 ball speed just recently. I mean, you've added some juice, but when you're playing with Tony and John and those dudes, like, it's just being around that. Like, you play with long dudes, like, eventually you're just like sick of getting, you know, outdriven by 20, 30. Do you think they've had something to do with you getting all that gas?
Definitely. I actually remember. So we're playing. I got into the USAM at Pebble Beach, and I was swinging the club at like 104. I was
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
That's called a bomb.
Well, I was 16 years old, and I had to play against Matthew Wolff and Victor Hovland, who were also playing that week. And I left that week missing the cut and just being pissed because I wanted to be able to compete with these guys. And obviously Pebble Beach, where the rough is super long and it's a long course, especially when it gets cold and wet. I mean, my distance just wasn't going to cut it. So from then on, I started really, really trying to pick up speed because I knew that was going to be like the next step in my progression of my game.
189. I mean, that's big
nasty.
on tour
There's
right
not
now.
many.
What's your cruiser speed like you're playing? I'm sure that one was one you were trying to go at.
Ball speed, I'm around 177, 178.
Where does that fall right now in terms of college? Like if you're just out there playing a tournament, where do you fall on the scale from longest to shortest?
I would say I'm above average.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not the longest
like
guy out there.
70 percentile, something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, college golf, there's some long guys out
It's
in college
sick
golf.
now.
It's
These kids.
insane.
Yeah, it really is.
I want to go back a little bit because obviously, I mean, the distance gain and playing in tour events is fantastic. But I remember when I first met you, you'd come out to tour events with your camera and you'd be walking outside the ropes while your dad was coaching or whatever, taking pictures and everything. I mean, isn't it crazy? Because it's been all golf for you. It's golf all day, every day, pretty much for you. What was that like? I mean, here you are as a 15-year-old, 14-year-old traveling around to PGA Tour events and just getting to pick the brain of PGA Tour players and walk and follow them around.
I mean, stuff like that is incredible. I mean,
I'll never forget that camera yet.
Yes, it was good because I loved it so much. I love going out to the events, and my dad would work all day, so I'd kind of be on my own, just following the groups I wanted to follow, following my dad, but outside the ropes. And I think I just enjoyed it so much, and especially wanting to be a good player and being able to see the guys that I looked up to hit shots out on the course in person. I mean, it's incredible, and it was just.
What did you do with those pictures?
With those pictures?
What kind of camera is this? Is
Dude,
this
this
one of
is
those
like-
windy ones?
No,
like they
no,
used to
it's
have?
like one of those.
My
Oh,
dad
like a
got me a
real deal.
legit camera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
like you're
taking
part
some-
of the press.
Yeah, I
type
was taking
camera.
some high quality pics. Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's where you got your Instagram skills.
yeah.
3 posts.
That's the
You're
last
three
picture.
posts.
I went in
as
and followed you like yesterday or something. I was like, let me see what we got in here. Dig around, find a girl or something like
Dig.
that. It was like 2016, one post
Yeah.
with her dad as a kid, and then like 2018, and then one like a year ago or
You
something.
did have
like
one post that got a lot of views. The one you hitting out of the water where it says "Play it as it lies."
Yeah.
and you hit about that far
that.
behind
That was a
it.
nice shot. That was a nice shot.
I
yeah.
chunked it really bad. It didn't even come close to getting out of the water. No.
I gotta say though, we're joking about your Instagram. I think it's one of the coolest things in the world. Here you are, 19 years old. You're not a Twitter guy. You're not an Instagram dude. You're one of the only 19-year-olds in the world that ain't obsessed with that stuff, and it's rotting them out. Like, is that just because you're not into it, or is that because someone said like, "Hey, you don't need this"?
I think it's just me. I don't
like that.
I don't really care about having everybody know what I'm doing. So I mean,
But even on
that's
the
God
just
bless
kind of
you.
me.
but even on the cell
Good
phone, I
for
would
you.
say 99% of teenagers, you text them, they respond within 32 seconds. And you sometimes it might take a little while. Like you're the only one I know that doesn't have it glued to their hand at all times.
Yeah. I texted you fast the other day. Though.
You did? I was shocked.
I've gotten better at that.
Yeah, same. I was like,
gotten
holy
better.
shit. You're like McCord.
I was
McCord, you
really
texted on a
Okay,
Monday.
McCord's
Then you
80.
have a
He's
conversation.
19.
Exactly. Then you have a conversation with him on Tuesday about the thing, and then Thursday he'll respond and be like, hey, dude, remember? We talked? Yeah.
That's great though that it's not glued to your hand.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all. I would love to see your average screen time per week compared to mine.
38
12 minutes.
seconds. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Well, give us a little update on ASU. You got all the gear on right now. How's the season going? You're in your first year. I know you picked up your first win, but how's it been?
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect coming in, but man, I've had a blast. This team that we have, I love all the guys.
Loaded.
And our team is really good, which makes that fun. Every day I'm competing against top college players, and I mean, we just push each other to get better. And I mean, I love all the guys. It's been a lot of fun, and the tournaments have been great. We've gotten to play some amazing venues, some good tournaments. But I mean, overall, I've been ecstatic about it.
Was it an adjustment at all? I know it's just 30 minutes down the road from where you live, but was it an adjustment at all being away from the family and getting out and traveling without them?
For sure. I mean, the first month at school was kind of rough because I mean, it was a wake up call. Even though I live 30 minutes away, I wasn't going home a ton. I mean, just because the start of the semester was so busy, you don't see your family a ton. You're now living on your own. I mean, you have your teammates, but you don't know them super well yet. So yeah, the first month was kind of a shock, but all the guys on the team, they're super welcoming, and I adjusted pretty well after that.
Is there any freshman hazing or any initiation that goes on anymore? Or is that like cut out?
I don't think we're
And
allowed
you
to
get
talk about
sued?
That was
You gotta carry bags or
I
anything?
didn't know like coming in, but I was ready for it if it happened. But the seniors on the team they're great.
Used to be like people had to shave their heads or
Yes,
just like our
or
whole
do
football
something
team had to
weird.
shave
That
their
thing
all
where
that
Harry
stuff.
Higgs had to.
Oh, yeah.
had to
Oh,
yeah,
sing
the
that
singing
song
on the plane. That's a good one. I don't think you get in trouble for
I
that.
saw that before getting to college, and I
You
just
were
had
ready?
a panic attack.
Dear
I was
God,
like,
please don't make me
song.
do that.
Coming
Please
up,
don't.
was it different for you being that like you know you're the top guy in junior golf? You're pretty much having your way with all the kids on the junior level. Then you come into college, and all of a sudden you're in a room with guys that can challenge you and can beat you on a day to day. Was that a shock to the system at all?
I don't know if it was a shock to the system because I mean, obviously during the summer I'm playing these top amateur events where I've kind of gotten to know the upperclassmen pretty well, and I mean basically all the amateur events are really good college events.
You won the Sonny Hanna. It's one of the biggest amateur events in the world.
But yeah, so I mean, I think it's great now that I get to play with them day in and day out because it's like the same thing with me playing with like some of the top tour pros. It's just you just keep on pushing each other. But no, I was expected to play and compete against these guys coming into it.
You guys have a squad.
Yeah.
How jealous do your teammates get when they see Boyd's videos of you playing with John Rahm and Tony Finau?
I don't know. I haven't asked them about. I would imagine they
pissed.
get a little bit jealous.
I mean, you're playing with number one player in the world,
Yeah.
John Rahm, out there at Silverleaf quite a bit. Arizona State legend, even though he wasn't there too long. But, I mean, how cool is that to realize this is the best guy on the planet right now?
It's crazy.
Give me your thoughts on his game. Break it down for us.
What does
I mean,
he suck at? Would you say?
See, that's the thing. I don't know.
It's because it's not
He's
there.
so good at everything.
But he gets mad. You said Tony
Yeah.
doesn't get
Yeah,
mad.
he
Maybe
does
Tony
get
should
mad.
get real mad.
Yeah, but the thing is John says he plays better when he's mad, and
He
I believe
needs
that.
He needs
And I
that.
believe that because I mean Tony and John are two completely different people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, John's fiery, and he's gotten a lot better with that because he came and talked to our team, said how he's working with that stuff and how he's using that kind of that fire to help him play better, and he's gotten a lot better at that. But yeah, they're two completely different players, but I don't think John has any weaknesses.
There he does.
There's not one.
I really
You
You
do.
could be an analyst one day. He doesn't.
Yeah.
But tell us, there was one special day out at Silverleaf where Tony Finau tied Rahm's course record of 59.
Yep.
I think John shot 60 or 61.
Shot 63.
63.
Yeah.
But you actually were leading there for a little bit. You were
I
8 under
was.
through 9.
Yeah.
What'd you end up shooting?
I shot 63. I tied
Rahm.
I tied Rahm.
With the 63.
Yeah.
It ain't easy.
59 and 2
Were you
63s. Who
thinking
was the
that-
fourth in that group?
Chris Ventura.
How do you do?
65.
Hack.
Hand over all your money, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Play better.
Wow.
Were you thinking, I mean, 800 through 9, 59's in the head, gotta be.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny because I birdied my first 7 holes. Never done that.
Good start.
That's the biggest birdie streak
That's
I've
the
had.
black-tailed ferret.
And then I parred the super
I was
easy
about to
par
say,
5.
You parred 8. I was about to
Yeah.
say, wait, number 8's the easy par 5.
Yeah, I know. But then I birdie 9 to get to 8 under, and you know it's funny because as soon as we got to the turn, we're talking about like, I mean, obviously 59 is in my head, and we're talking about the longest birdie streaks, and Tony's saying how his longest birdie streak is 7, and then he goes on to birdie the last 8 and shoot 59. It was a crazy round.
That's
Is
a
he-
tough day to show up, be like, hey, you got room for a 5th?
Yeah.
Hey, you got any cash?
Yeah, I shot 78. Great. But speaking of Tony during that day, when he's going on shooting 59, like a lot of people out there don't know him, you know, outside of off the camera. Like he'll talk some trash.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, give us a little insight because we play cards together and stuff on planes and everything. And I mean, he's a trash talker, and I love it. I love having him as a partner. What's he like out there when he's going along and y'all have a little match going?
Well, I mean, obviously we're playing together and we want to beat each other really bad. So I mean, there's obviously going to be some trash talk, and I mean, he'll give it to me, I'll give it back. But it's just because we're so competitive. It's going to be hard to not trash talk.
I think I got an idea for you to take your game to the next level when you're
Okay.
playing them.
This should
you
be
come
good.
spend a day with the Sleaze and I.
Okay.
We'll
dude.
give you
We'll
some
make
ammo, teach
shittier
you
at
how to
golf,
do it.
but you can get the
Yeah,
mouth working.
but you're
Show me the ropes.
your
It'll
trash
more-
talking skills will
more
go.
than pay off.
Okay,
More than
perfect.
pay off. Was there a team game that day too, or was it just all indies?
It was me and Tony versus no, it was me and John versus
tough break.
Tony and Chris.
Yep.
I knew
Yeah.
you shouldn't have took the number one player in the world.
Yeah, that's a good T flip.
Yeah.
Oops, right over there. There it is.
Hey, Ventura, you shot 65. You didn't help a hole. Good playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
What,
fired.
do you remember the first time you beat Tony?
Yes. So
Yes, of course.
first time I beat Tony, it's the night before. No, it's New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve 2020, I
Okay.
believe. And Tony was like the one guy where I played so many rounds with him, but I could not beat him. To save, I couldn't beat him. And usually when I go out and play like multiple rounds with some tour pros, I beat him. And but But Tony, I could not. And I have this 3-shot lead with like 4 to play. And I bogey 16 at Silverleaf, and he birdies 17, and then we're on hole 18, and he makes a 15-footer for par. And I have this 6-foot downhill putt to beat him for the very first time. And it was by far the most nerve-wracking putt I've ever hit. I'm not joking. Most nervous I've ever been, and I like barely drip it over the front.
Did you go crazy?
Oh, I was so pumped. Oh, but it goes back to the trash talk too, because I have that 6-footer and Tony's standing right there. He's like, P, this is going to be the difference of whether you beat me in 2020 or 2021. 2020 sounds a lot better.
Sounds like a year.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get asked about. That would have been a good opportunity for Instagram. Make Tony hold your ball or something.
For sure.
You know?
That's awesome.
But it was cool because we go play extra holes, like just because it's not dark yet, and we're on like the very next tee box, and my hand is like shaking because I wanted to beat him so bad.
Yeah, it's like your big brother.
Yeah,
like you want to beat
sure.
him. Yeah, I've been playing 800 rounds with him.
I talked to Rom this morning, just trying to get some stuff about you, and he said just ask him about just y'all's sibling rivalry, because the games y'all have with just the family is incredible. He said it's some of his most fun things to watch is just watching you and your sister and brother compete.
For sure. We play together and practice together every day. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's been a little different since we're at college now, but when I come home, we're still playing, and we're together every day. And the matches, because we've had so many matches, so much like trash talk.
Is Grace out there chirping you?
Grace, yeah, she is.
I love
and
that.
It's funny because out of all the people in the world, I hate to lose to Grace the most.
We're well aware of that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
I cannot stand losing to her.
She's got some
she's
serious
tough to beat
game.
too.
Yeah. So just having that, that keeps us focused the entire time.
By the way, what's her club head speed up to now?
I think her highest club head speed is 101.
Okay.
101.
We're getting real.
Slow down, Grace.
We're getting real close.
I'm
Tell
not
me when
sure.
it gets to 104. Call me. We're gonna bring the cameras out.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it.
And then Cameron beat me for the first time.
Did he?
Yes.
Wow.
Straight up?
Yeah.
How old is
Straight
he
up.
now?
He's 14.
He beat you straight up.
Yep.
What's he
boy.
shooting right now?
He's been playing a lot better. Yeah, he's been starting to take it a lot more seriously, and his tournaments he shoots around low to mid 70s.
Damn. They got it.
That's incredible.
Told you, that DNA don't miss. It don't miss.
Colt
How do you guys get
Summerhays
into
would have been great.
How do you get into Yeah, no kidding. Thanks, Dad. Idiot. How do you guys get in the P? You could be the first family to compete for
Gotta win a
3
major.
different people.
He's
Your
gonna
dad could have 3 partners in that thing and be a force.
Well,
That'd be
Boyd's
crazy.
not going to win a major, so that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Sorry, Boyd.
How old is he?
He is 42.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, he's got a while.
I think
for
his
that
time's
Champions.
passed.
Yeah.
But, you've obviously done some great things. You won the U.S. Junior. You're the youngest player ever to win the Sonny Hanna. You played 2 U.S. Opens, and then this year you got to play in the WM Phoenix Open right here in your backyard. The video of you getting the call about the sponsor exemption was incredible. Did you have any clue it could happen?
I had zero clue.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So take us through your phone rings. Do you know who it is?
I didn't know what the call was about, but I knew I wanted to get in the exemption. I know we've been talking about it, but the way my dad phrased it is he's like, hey, they just kind of want to learn some stuff about you, get to know you, see if you'd be a good fit for this exemption. But gosh, they got the call and my dad already knew, so he had the phone out. That was the best moment of my life.
The video is awesome.
The video is
Yeah.
awesome. But take us through the event because, that's a tough spot to get thrown into. I know you played the U.S. Open at Winged Foot. There was no people, no spectators in the crowd. Then you go to the most number of spectators on the planet.
Yeah.
Well, take us through it a little bit. What was your week like?
It was a lot of fun. From Monday to Friday, it was great. Got to play some really cool practice rounds with Tony, John, and Pat. And I think just the whole week preparing for it like I was going to compete and just getting the whole vibe of what tour life is like. It was really cool. And then especially with the crowds were insane. Like you said, I played the US Open, but there were no fans there. So it was like a completely different experience. The practice rounds were a good test trial, get me more used to it come Thursday and Friday. But no, the whole week was great. And it was a great learning experience. I did not play how I wanted.
That's a golf course that I feel like in the future will set up very well for you.
Sure. Yeah, I drove it great. I hit it good. But just didn't play exactly the way I wanted.
What was that first run through 16? I mean, you can prep all you want, all the
So-
practice rounds, until you're in there. There ain't nothing that can simulate that.
So with my tee time, I mean, I was the last tee time on Thursday. So we finished 16 in the dark. So there was only like 50
damn.
guys. But then I got the last morning tee time on Friday. It was packed when I got to 16.
So I mean, you're 19. You're an amateur. You know, you're one of the nicest dudes on the planet. Did anybody heckle you at all?
I mean, I did get booed 3 times, but I did bogey
3 times.
3 times, but I bogeyed. So I mean,
That's fair.
they have to do it.
Yeah.
That's what
They
16's
boo
all
everyone.
about.
You got to be treated normal. You don't want to be.
Yeah,
you don't
for
want any
sure.
special
No,
treatment. Did you
no.
club down at all for all the adrenaline? Like
did.
some guys come in and
Yeah.
say, like, all right, even if your stock is this number, take one less.
Yeah, I definitely
But no green, no GIR.
I did the first day,
Oh.
2-putt par, and then the next day I put it in that front left bunker, just slightly on the downslope where it was really hard to get there. And
Popular
What
spot.
it sounds like to
Yeah.
me is you just had a bad caddy, and I'm sure there's going to be some guys
Yeah.
out there filing for that job. Sorry, Boyd, you're out.
Yeah,
Stick
that
to
line
teaching.
is stacking up. Were you concerned at all with your pops being on the bag that he might get 3rd-degree burns? Would you have to like monitor his sunscreen on the legs so he didn't have a repeat of
You know,
the
I mean,
disaster?
with his legs being that bad the first time,
That
I
was
mean,
the most unbelievable.
That was the
it was-
deepest burn I've
that
ever
was
seen in my life.
it's insane.
For a guy that's spent his life playing golf, has been outside a lot, just like, oh yeah, this will be fine.
I think that was his first time wearing shorts in like years.
It
though.
looked like it.
Yeah,
dude.
it was.
I was
It was.
impressed with the pain that he could tolerate. That
Yeah.
was a hell of a run.
Did you say one of your practice rounds was with Pat Perez?
Yeah.
Okay, stay the hell away from him.
How does your dad? He's done such a great job with all y'all. How does he allow you to be around Pat? Like, yeah, Preston, go out here and play 18 with Pat.
I'm sure you learned a few
That'd be
things.
a
Pat's
good
a
one.
cool guy.
Dude, he's
Oh
the
yeah,
best.
he's the
Cool.
greatest.
I love Pat.
He's the greatest.
Yeah,
I'm just
he's
surprised
awesome.
he allows you around him at this point.
Give me an idea of like what will be a success. Do you plan on playing all 4 years, or is it you just gonna take it how it goes?
I'm just gonna take it how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'll know when I'm ready. I think I'll be ready when I feel like when I do start like actually competing and contending in tour events. That's when I'll know already. But until that comes, then I'm not really gonna think about that.
Enjoy college.
Yeah.
Those are
Don't.
fun.
Yeah.
It's been
The
fun.
older you get, the more
It's
you
been
say,
fun.
"Don't ever leave." But are you chomping at the bit to get another crack at the PGA Tour again?
sure.
You've had a few shots and haven't had your best
Definitely.
stuff yet.
Yeah. No,
Just to see how. Are you doing Mondays and stuff this summer?
probably not this summer. I mean, the amateur schedule is so good, and I think there's actually going to be opportunities to get tour spots with some of the amateur tournaments now. So I'll be playing those. But if something comes up where I can play in a tour event, I'm definitely going to take it.
Yeah, but then also that 2023 Walker Cup is over at St. Andrews.
Yes, you're
That's
right.
got to be a nice. That's got to be a goal for sure.
Yep, that's on. That's
Because
very
the college
high on
golf
the
stuff's
list.
cool. That's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
That is. I know you played
That's
the Junior
very high
President's
on the
Cup and
list.
everything. The Walker Cup. That's
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
especially at St. Andrews. That'll be unbelievable.
Yeah, now that you're handling your own schedule and there's a lot that comes with that being a freshman, I need you to address this vicious rumor that I'm hearing that your first fall event this past semester, you may or may not have missed or slept through your alarm.
I did.
On the way, was that on the way to the tournament?
Yeah.
Or was that at the tournament?
No, this was on the way to the
Yes, I
tournament.
love these.
It was horrible. It's the most nervous. I mean, I felt so sick to my stomach because we had.
What time of wake up call we tried to talk about?
Okay, it was a 6 o'clock wake up call.
Okay.
That's early.
We're supposed to meet at the course to leave to the airport at like 6:45. I wake up at 6:30 just by dumb luck to go to the bathroom. I look at my phone and I like freak out. Like I still think I'm sleeping. I still think this is like a nightmare. And the thing is my roommate slept through his alarm too.
Did it go off or did you like forget to click it over to on?
I don't even know what happened.
Technology.
Yeah.
Technology's
It
fun.
happens,
Yeah.
dude. You're in a safe
cloud.
space right now.
But yeah,
okay.
see, I thought I was in big trouble because like I got to the course late and almost missed the flight, but coach was really cool about it.
Wow.
Coach was really
what happens
cool
when
about
you're
it.
a
He was
stud.
awesome.
Yeah,
he was awesome.
Yeah.
I did the
Not
same
even
thing.
Slays, you'd have been killed.
I did it in
I
my
was gonna
first
get
ever
ripped
college
into.
tournament. Slept through our practice round. The band leaving, I ended up having to get a cab and all that. I did not, and I came back to school and had to do a bunch of shit. So I was getting
This should be another life
treatment.
lesson. Look what happens when you miss your first college turn. You're like your first college
Yeah,
turn.
you end up
on a
talking to good
podcast.
players instead of being one.
So get on time.
So no nothing for that. Wow.
I did.
Thurman's a
all I had to
beast.
do was play the pro-am. Or the
Oh, I have to go play golf. Darn.
Oh, I got to go
In
play
a
a
car.
practice round. Oh, cool.
yeah.
So what's Thurman like? Your coach Thurman's a stud.
Yeah.
But every college coach has something. Like if you do this, it's a problem. What's his thing? It's clearly not missing the bus or the flight.
You know what? I don't really know.
There's no, like, punishments?
I haven't screwed up that bad yet to figure out.
Good for you.
We had reminder workouts, and you got your choice. It was like 100 burpees if you were late, or like run the bleachers of the
Until you throw up.
Our punishment workout is the fan bike or the assault bike. It's horrible.
What is it?
Is that the one where the arms move and everything too?
Uh-huh.
See, I act like I don't know anything about the gym.
3 to 5 minutes.
He watches. He sees them. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We had the football trainer. If you missed something, basically our coach went to the football trainer, said these kids are coming in at 6 and they stop when they throw up. And it was like rolling, whatever those things are. It was just.
That's horrible.
You basically just try to puke.
I can teach you how to puke if you need to.
Yeah, we got that covered too.
Have you ever done the side barrel rolls?
That's the one I'm talking about, dude. That was like he'd make you do a bunch of stuff and then you roll and it basically just messes up your stomach and then you're gonna puke. It's just and the tire flip horrible. Thing. I mean, dudes couldn't even lift it. Like we need like a wagon wheel.
We had a kid who threw a team golf ball into the water. You know, so it has your team logo on it. And our coach saw it during qualifying. He brought out the biggest shag bag he could find, stuffed it, and he goes, "We got a kid that doesn't appreciate the free golf ball, so here you go." And he made him go in the 50-yard line in the center of the football field, throw them as hard as he could. Then he had a certain amount of time to run around and pick them all up. If he didn't do it, he did it again.
Really?
Greatness.
God, Thurman sounds like a god.
Yeah, I should have played with Thurman.
Thurman's really cool.
Best dude of all time.
I love it.
One more. Just now that you got some, you got some experience out there on the PGA Tour. You played majors. You played regular events. What do you right now at this moment? What do you think you need to improve on the most to be able to like beat and contend at those things?
I think right now, especially like coming off a tour event that really exposed me, I would say a lot of it was short game, and which was actually surprising because usually, I mean, not being super long as a kid, I had to hit it. I had to get up and down from everywhere, but I mean, lately I've been working on ball striking a lot, and that's definitely improved, and I was really happy with that, the waist management, but short game just wasn't sharp. So I think if I just sharpen up my short game, I'll be.
See, that's interesting. Because if you look at like Coach Thurman's scouting report of you on when you were coming into school, I mean, he said you have a tour level short game.
Yeah.
I think it's just such a big difference once you get out there because I mean the pins are tucked a little tighter, the greens are a little faster. Yeah. I was looking at your stats from the Phoenix Open, and I think you're like -3 strokes gained putting, which we know you're a fantastic putter.
Yeah.
But I mean, those things were quick.
Yeah, they were.
They were perfect, by the way. But it's just a little different when those things are tucked in there 3-4 from the edge on every single hole.
For sure.
And when you start working on ball striking, there's only so much time. Then you start neglecting the other one. It's just a little teeter-totter the whole time.
But you just take that 189 ball speed, you'll be okay.
I think that's very playable. That's a very playable number.
All right, well, we're going to get to the E9 now, which I think you know all about.
Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
Nine fun ones for you. Cool. Okay, we ask this to everybody. Don't overthink it. Just you can trade lives with anyone, dead or alive. Be them for a day. Who's it going to be?
Tom Brady.
Oh, not a bad choice.
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm tired. Any day?
Any day.
Any day. Sure.
Any day, go home.
Any day, Giselle's around.
Hey, Giselle. Good to see you. My name's Preston, but I'm Tom today.
I heard he's staying in shape just in case.
Exactly. Dude, you're on that Brady. Don't eat strawberries. Yeah. That's the rule. All right. First one from me. Is the most disrespectful moment of your career up to this point when you were drafted last at the ASU beach football contest in Hawaii?
Why?
Last pick?
Because I did not think I was the last pick.
You feel like a red zone threat to me. Yeah. Kind of long and lean. You just throw it up there. You got to be able to go up and get it. It was the most disrespectful
thing ever.
I heard this didn't go well. We had a mole in the program.
Well, did you make up for it?
I did.
Okay, good.
I caught a couple passes early, and then they put their best guy on me.
Typical Dion. Here comes Dion out of the retirement.
There we go. Yeah, I can't believe that. I mean, what are you, 6'2"? You got some size on you. You got all the measurables. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
pretty good.
Next year you come back, you ain't gonna be last.
Nope.
Mr. Irrelevant.
We've heard you're obsessed with the show The Office. Yes. You might have watched it all the way through 15 or so times. Which character do you relate to the most?
Which character do I relate to?
Yeah, which one do you see yourself in?
I don't know if I see myself in the characters, but
not Kevin.
No, not Kevin. But
who's your favorite character?
Dwight.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
he's like the funniest character I've ever watched.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. He makes the show.
I watch that show still every time. There's one channel I think it's literally the only one they play, and I click it every time.
Yeah,
and I know the words, and I still keep watching.
Well, and the reason why I watched it so much is because I'm not a huge music guy. Like, I don't listen to a ton of music, so if I'm like on like a long car drive, or if I'm like hitting balls in the range or practicing, I usually just turn on Netflix
and just listen to it.
Yeah, just listen.
Just listen to the episode.
That's a first.
Just envision it. Yeah, that might be
I mean,
some weird.
I've watched it
genius type
so
shit.
much where it's like I know it's coming. It's just weird, but I
So
do
when
it.
Kevin just dumps the chili on him, you just hear the chili coming down and start laughing.
Yeah, just
go.
chuckle on the green, and everybody's like, "What's this weird kid doing?"
Yeah. All right. I ain't mad at it. All right. Next one. I need to know. How'd you get the nickname Puddin'?
Gosh.
I told you I got a mole within the program.
So Mason, because I was pretty big a couple years ago, we're just sitting around at lunch at the Bird, and we're going over nicknames for guys. And Mason, our senior, he's my favorite guy. He's like, Preston, what would we name you? What would be your nickname if you were still really big? And he just right in his brain, Puddin'.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
Gravy
P, everyone just calls you P.
Yeah.
Master P.
Yeah.
Ruthless P.
Ruthless P.
Ruthless
So,
P.
We got
Puddin'.
we got gravy and pudding.
Puddin'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't really look like a puddin'
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. Well, whatever. All right, next one. Your dad is incredible with the camera out there. No one is better. Do you think if he wasn't a golf coach, he'd be an undercover FBI agent?
Undercover FBI agent.
And he'd be snapping photos from
I
everywhere.
don't
You never
know.
see him. He's unbelievable.
I feel like he could.
Maybe
Maybe.
he might already be.
He could be. And I just don't
He's
know
probably
about
picked
it.
up some stuff in those videos that
You're gonna get a major network deal soon. To be like, we're just scrapping all the high tech stuff. We just need you to walk around with your iPhone.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing about when he caddies for you. Is like, dude, where's the play by play? I don't know
Yeah,
what hole he's on. I don't know what this
serious
putt's
point.
for.
Don't know what's
Exactly,
happening.
dude. I don't get anything.
my man that goes with me on CBS, Parker.
Yeah.
We go out 30 minutes before, and we'll go to the first hole, and he'll grab the camera and try to track the ball. It is the funniest thing. Those guys are so good.
Dude, it's
ridiculous.
impossible. Yeah,
I would love to see Boyd try. I'd have to make that happen.
He could do it with the iPhone. Are you kidding me, dude?
No, I want him to do it with the big camera.
With the big boy?
You gotta do it with the big camera.
He's the best at tracking shot.
Never
by
seen
shot.
anything
You
like
click
it.
on his story and it's like 78.
Yeah.
I'm like, here we go.
Yep.
I got the whole front nine
Yeah.
right here. All right, next one. I've talked to your dad about this, so I need you to relay this as a concern next time you speak to him. Is your dad at all worried that Colin Morikawa and his soon-to-be wife, Catherine, could challenge for world golf dominance if they decide to have kids? Because right now it's the Summerhayses.
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah, that's something
I
you
have
need to
no
talk to him
clue.
about. I put a business
I have not
proposition in
even
front
thought
of him
about
last
that.
time about studying himself out like a racehorse, but there's a new horse.
They could.
There's a new horse.
They could.
And there could be a little rival to the Summerhays dynasty right now.
Mm-hmm.
Check out that with him.
All right, next one. As you said, you're pretty cool, calm, and collected on the golf course. What's the maddest you've ever been on the golf course?
Maddest I've ever been. That's a good question. Oh, it was right after. Oh, maddest I've ever been on a golf course. It was literally.
Possibly.
It was the very first day of the year.
January 1st, 2021, maybe.
Yep, it was that day.
Why
That's
don't
the
you tell us
most
why you were
maddest
so
I've
What could have
Oh,
possibly
so
happened?
I just beat Tony the day
Yep.
earlier, and I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so confident, and me and my family, we like to talk some crap. So we get to the course, very first day of the year. I was like, "Hey Grace, I wonder how long it's going to take you to beat me this year, if you even beat me." I freaking doubled the last hole at Silverleaf, and she birdies, and I am just fuming because she beats me by one. Right after
Three shots swing.
Right
Three
after,
shot whoopsie.
yeah, right after I just talked all that crap the round before about how long it's going to take her to beat me, and she does it on the very first
The day
of the
after
year.
you beat Tony. Too.
Yep.
So apparently about that long, P.
Nope, not that long.
Yeah, just one day.
Yeah,
That's all
just
it's
one
gonna
day.
take.
It just took
Wow.
a couple hours.
I was
That's
kind of hoping
karma.
you would
That's
say it
karma.
another time, so then I could bring that day up.
Yeah.
because we had that day.
Yeah, but no,
We got
that's
that-
that's
yeah.
easily by far the most amount I've ever.
Perfect.
Of course.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Deservingly so, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I don't think
especially after
I
coming
don't
off
think I
Tony.
said a word for a couple hours.
That's
I was
good.
just mad.
Let that fire burn.
Yeah, for sure.
Let that fire burn. All right, last one for me. Have you ever gotten an explanation as to why your Spanish teammate, David Puig, decided not to play in the Latin American Amateur this year? I mean, it seems like that'd be
we got to work on
Oh
this
my
geography.
Seems like
bud.
a perfect. I mean, dude,
know. I'm not in any geography class though.
explain.
He majors in
Well,
communication.
I just
so
Yeah,
he's-
you're a
I was seriously
communicator.
I was just thinking, oh, well, they speak Spanish. Dave speaks Spanish. Dave, why aren't you playing in Latin America? Dave looks me dead in the eyes, is like, because I'm not from Latin America.
Because
That is
Spain
great.
is Europe, dog.
I'm from Europe.
that is
Oh,
fantastic.
I love that, dude. Why are you not playing?
I have a
it?
feeling
Seems
that
like
one
a
might
cool
stick with you
tournament.
for a while.
Dude,
That
you get in the
one will.
Masters.
All right. Well, speaking of the Masters, this is perfect because I heard you've loved to cook from a very young age. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're gonna win the Masters. You get to put together the menu for the Champions Dinner. What's P putting on it?
What's pudding?
What's pudding
laying
putting
out
on
there?
it? Little pudding for dessert.
I would like calamari as an appetizer.
Okay.
This is going to be like nothing even correlated. Like nothing's together.
Sure, man. You can do whatever you want.
Calamari for appetizer. We're going to do steak with mac and cheese and mashed potatoes.
Solid.
We're going to throw sushi in there just because I love sushi. And then the Masters has the greatest Georgia peach ice cream sandwiches.
Oh,
Have that for dessert.
That's a hell of
I'll come.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a menu. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. The
right.
kid, you got to figure it out
Put
too.
it on the menu.
All right,
He's thought about this before.
Yeah, this ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. All right, Puddin'. Appreciate you, man.
Preston Summerhays,
Keep up the great
thanks, my
work,
man.
dude.
Appreciate
You're
it,
a stud.
All right, well, that was Preston Summerhays joining us on Golf Subpar, a superstar in the making. First off, he's just got to worry about beating his own family. I love it. He goes out one day, beats Tony Finau for the first time ever. Confident as can be. Next day, Grace Summerhays. Take a seat, Preston. You're out.
King of the castle to not even the king of your own house.
Queen of the castle.
Yeah, exactly. There's a new hierarchy out there. What a jerk he is too, huh? God, he's just the arrogance is great. I mean, is there a nicer kid in the world? He's pretty media savvy for as young as he is. He's gone through the whole deal. Waste Management Phoenix Open. He got one of the sponsors' invites. He was in there wheeling and dealing. But I mean, damn, there ain't a lot of 18, 19-year-old kids that are used to sitting down with folks the way he is.
Especially superstars like us.
Exactly. I know he's young, and I know he's just been in Arizona State for a little bit. Clearly not a geography major. Hey, dude, why aren't you playing that Latin American Amateur? Well, bud, let me tell you a little bit about
Doesn't quite
Spain.
work that way.
What do you mean, dude? You should be in it. You can get in the Masters.
Preston, you know John Rahm cannot play on the President's Cup team, right?
Right, dude. Why aren't you on that team? You'd be a huge help.
Oh, man, but he's a stud, man. I love the fact that he's already thought about his Masters dinner, Champions dinner. Mm-hmm. He will be teeing it up at Augusta National at some point, no doubt.
And how about how he looks right now, dude? You
dude.
rewind a couple years ago, you look at his junior AM, he was a little heavier. Like, he still had some baby fat on him. Clearly, he was still growing. Now, dude, like, he's in that gym. He's hitting what's seen on his Instagram, the ball speed that he's getting up to, 185. I mean, he's moving it, and he's still, I mean, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit for the kid.
He's the modern-day golfer. I've played a lot with him. I see him at pretty much all the time out at Silverleaf, getting some work in, but just hits it high, smashes it, great putting stroke. You know, it's just all about dealing with expectations now. And I think the urgency if I was giving him advice, it would be stay in college, dominate college golf before you get ready to go out on the PGA Tour. But I don't think there's any doubt in anyone's mind that he will be a star on the PGA Tour one day.
Yeah, he's going to be out there. And I think we talked about it a little bit, but it's like, all right, coming out of junior golf, you're beating everybody, you're the guy, and then all of a sudden, bam, you go to a program like Arizona State. They got some dudes. I mean, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with up at Greyhawk here for the NCAA championships. I don't want to jinx them, but like it's good to come in. You got to be around guys that are better than you, and to come in all of a sudden, now you got a lineup of guys that don't care what you did in junior golf, and you're you ain't beating them all every single week. Like that can be a good thing.
Oh yeah, and Coach Thurman, Bud, the kid shows up late. He needs some punishment.
I did that in my first ever college tournament. I missed the van. I had to get a taxi. This was pre-Uber in Dalton, Georgia, by the way. Do you know how many taxis they have there? Like 2. I had to wait like an hour and a half, get my thing, drive up. I see the team on like the 6th hole, waddle down there, try to blend in or whatever. I went back home and had to work out at like 6 a.m. or 5:30, whatever it was, with the football team until I threw up for like a week straight. So times have changed, I guess. And now look at me. I'm just... I'm seasoned, but I'm hardened,
All right, well, it's time to step up to the tee and take a swing at betting the PGA Tour on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can place their first PGA Tour bet and get a $150 instant bonus guaranteed. That's right, you'll get $150 in bonus site credit, and all you have to do is place your first bet of $5 or more. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. This app is super easy to use, Sleaze. There's tons of options out there to gamble on. You can bet nationality props, head-to-head matchups, all kinds of things. Top 20s, whatever you want to do.
Live betting, same game parlay. Dude, my app is smoking.
Firing?
Right now. Oh, dude, it's March Madness. I'm firing every which direction.
And you get paid super fast. If you happen to win, you get paid really fast, which is good news.
Fast money, fast friends.
All right, not our best week. Once again, we got on a little bit of a cold streak here.
We know it happened.
But last week, the WGC Dell match play, it's just so hard to pick. It's a crapshoot. I mean, last year I took Scotty Scheffler. He made it to the final somehow. This year I take Paul Casey. He plays 2 holes.
That was nice.
That's it.
That was a nice look. I looked at the app. I was like, this match's already over. And he won the first hole.
Yeah, one up through one, even through 2. I'm out of here, guys.
Game over. This sucks. See ya.
All right, well, we are on to the Valero Texas Open, TPC San Antonio, a very difficult golf course, ball striker's paradise. pretty good field. We got Rory McIlroy as the favorite, but I know you and I are kind of on the same page here. We like one guy in particular around this place.
He's standing out, and he's a local. He's got a lot of experience around that place, coming off a great week down there in Austin as well. Made it to the quarterfinals, but Abraham Answer going off at 21-1. Knows golf down there in South Texas. He plays in a lot of wind. He hits that low-flighted driver just about as well as anyone. Iron play is awesome. You got to drive it around this golf course. Brutal driving golf course if you're not hitting it in play. He drives it incredibly straight. I think Abe's going to be very, very popular pick this week, especially at 21-1. But I feel stupid if I didn't. I mean, we didn't pick Scotty Scheffler and Kevin Kisner last week because they were like kind of the obvious ones. Like, oh, that would be too weird if they ended up. There they are. I'm going with Abe this week, 21-1.
All right, I'm going to go with another guy that's a fantastic ball striker. Actually, both of my guys this week work with the same golf instructor.
Okay.
One of them is in the Masters, one is not. But I think this golf course is perfect for the ball striking machine that Adam Hadwin is. I really, really like him around this place. And then Gary Woodland. I've talked to his coach, Mark Blackburn. He is trending in the right direction. He's going off at 34-1. Has two top five recently on tough golf courses, the Honda and Bay Hill. Another hard golf course here. I think Gary plays well this week.
Good to see G-Dub back in some form of late. For my dark horse, I'm going to go with Kevin Streelman. So if you look, he's got a good track record around this place, 6th and 8th in his last 2 years. He's coming off a 22nd at the Players, solid, 7th at the Valspar. Drives it very well. Just sneaky. Plays great on difficult golf courses like 10, 12, 13 under, those type of courses where you don't got to go shoot 65, 66 every day and can just grind it out, fairway, green, par. Kevin Streelman, it shows up with his track record here, but I'm going to go with Streels, I think, as a good long shot.
All right, well, it's time for us to get back on track. No better time to do it than the Valero Texas Open, but if we want to peak, maybe also wait till next week.
Yeah, we're just like everybody else. We're trying to peak at the right time.
So go low this summer and bet on the PGA Tour. Join FanDuel today with promo code SUBPAR. Then you can place your $5 bet to score $150 in bonus site credit, guaranteed. FanDuel Sportsbook, official betting operator of the PGA Tour. Must be 21 years and older and present in Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Iowa, Illinois, New Jersey, New York, or Wyoming. First online real money wager, only $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona. Call 1-800-522-4700 Colorado, 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG in New Jersey, Iowa, or Illinois. 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369 in New York or 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming.
If you have an erection that lasts more than 4 hours, call your doctor. That's all the info you need. That solves all the problems.
All right, well, that's going to do it. Can't wait to see everybody Tuesday, August 5th, Savannah Brewing Company. Going to be a lot of fun. Everyone have a great week, and we'll talk to you on next week's Golf Subpar.